Hello. This video will cover the Blackboard Usage Initiative presented by Dr. Morris Thomas. The data in this slide identifies 4 categories of Blackboard users at UDC. 10% were identified as above median users, 25% were identified as median users, 45% were identified as below median users, and 20% were identified as non-users. This data was taken from the Learning Management System, Blackboard, in 2018. This data informs us of the following. 80% of the instructors with courses in Blackboard have some level of usage, while 20% of the instructors with courses in Blackboard did not use Blackboard at all. Note, there are labs, internships, practicums, and disciplines like music, which may not use the Learning Management System and/or infrequently use the Learning Management System. Nevertheless, these courses and disciplines should still comply with the Learning Management System policy. This policy asks instructors to upload their syllabi and contact information. The median information was determined by the quantity lying at the midpoint of the frequency distribution. In the case of the Blackboard data, the frequency was determined by hits. A hit is a term that explains how Blackboard tracks activity. Therefore, if an instructor clicks on a page or tab within a course site, it is counted as a hit. In this chart, please notice the range of hits. For examples, users with 300 through 699 hits in their courses were categorized as median users as they fall in the midpoint range of the data. There is not an assertion that there are any results or correlations yielded as it pertains to learning outcomes, etc., based solely on activity or hits. This type of analysis has not yet been conducted. At this juncture, the focus of this initiative is to increase the usage of frequency as well as the type of usage occurring in Blackboard. This chart highlights factors that can contribute to usage increase in Blackboard. The first metrics have been identified, and they include putting announcements in Blackboard. The recommendation is that at least one announcement per week, and then as much as needed for important reminders and any course modifications. Using the Grade Center to record and calculate the grades. Using the Course Cafe to allow a centralized location for learners to voice any course concerns or questions regarding the course. Using the assignment submission, which can be used to have some or in many cases all assignments submitted for a course. The discussion board can be used for learner engagement, as well as Blackboard can be used to have exams, web conferencing, and video lectures and presentations. As it pertains to faculty readiness, there is a Blackboard and UDC online learning orientation. This is available for all faculty, and this is available inside each course site in the Faculty Resources tab. New instructors can be screened for Blackboard competency during the hiring process as a proactive measure. To do so, there is a Blackboard skills assessment, and also based on the results of this skills assessment, professional development plan can be implemented to address any deficiencies. Also available are the following professional development opportunities, which include Blackboard Primer, Blackboard Tools, individual or group consultations and trainings, tutorials, faculty resources page on the Center for the Advancement of Learning website, and as well as in Blackboard. To assess this Blackboard usage, instructors can self-report their usage by using a checklist. We will discuss this checklist in the next slide. The Center for the Advancement of Learning can verify any self-reported information if major discrepancies arise. Lastly, for accountability, the Blackboard usage data will be provided to academic administration, which would include the Office of the C.A.L, deans, chairs, program directors, etc. To assess, instructors would simply mark an X in the column for the metrics used in their courses, and then provide an explanation of how they use the metrics. In the next few slides, examples of how the instructors could also provide evidence for the use of the metrics will be provided. In this image, an announcement is provided to a class to remind the learners, of their next assignment. In this image, the usage of the Grade Center is evident. Using the Grade Center provides an easy way to track the learner's progress, both individually and collective. In this image, the Assignments tab is being used, providing instructions for how and where to upload various assignments. In this image, the discussion board is being used for learner engagement. 3 different discussion forums are used to engage the learners with the content in this image. Also, the learners are engaged with other learners as well as the instructors by using the discussion board. In this image, the instructor has included a course rubrics content area. In this area, the rubrics for specific assignments have been provided and made available to the learners for easy reference. Blackboard usage is not only for online courses. These important institutional definitions are referenced to emphasize that Blackboard can be used in all modalities. In hybrid blended courses, Blackboard can be used for 20 to 79% of course delivery. In online courses, Blackboard can be used for 80 to 100% of course delivery with no required on-campus components. And lastly, even traditional courses can use Blackboard for 0 to 19% of course delivery. It is important to note that despite everything mentioned regarding the Blackboard usage, there are many factors that attribute to course quality, such as course design, course delivery, course content, institutional infrastructure, the LMS, faculty readiness, as well as student readiness. The Blackboard usage plan does address to some degree several of these factors, but does not solve for everything. So all of these factors will need to be taken in consideration as it pertains to the learner's overall experience, while the Blackboard Usage Initiative is focused primarily on the frequency or usage of Blackboard, as well as some best practices for using Blackboard. Thank you, and for more information, please visit www.udc.edu/CAL to further explore the resources available at the Center for the Advancement of Learning.